Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Referrals in Your Pocket. My name is Steve Cole of Incredible Referrals and the 30-Day Referrals Challenge. Now, today we're going to be talking about networking and referrals. And thank you to somebody in the group. I won't mention their name now because this will probably be embedded on a post. But thank you for kind of your query and yeah, I'm going to answer some of those questions today on 3 top tips for getting more referrals or quality referrals, more importantly, via networking. Now, if you or anybody else that you know has done networking, it can be a complete mixed bag. For years and years and years, I didn't do it because I didn't like it. Because the whole time I'm there, I'd have people coming up to me and say, "What do you do? What do you do?" And depending on what I said I did, they'd either engage and want to sell me something, or they'd be completely disinterested in me looking around the room like this, trying to see who else they thought might be interested in buying their product. Now, this is fundamentally flawed in lots of ways. So let me start from the beginning. I just want to sow that seed of why for years I didn't like networking. It took me quite a few things or quite a few experiments to go through to actually start to enjoy it. And but that's one of the tips which comes. The last tip, the third tip, is gets to that bit there. What nearly everybody does wrong. So yeah, my top tip number 1 for getting more referrals is go to the right events. Depending on what you do. Depending on what your interests are as well, but specifically for business, look to see if people that go to the events are your target audience. If they're not, you could go and you may be lucky, but if you want to really start networking effectively to get referrals, which is what I'm talking about, then really look into the events that are going to be appropriate for you. Now, there are loads and loads and loads of events out there. You've got things like the Chamber of, I can't think of the word then, the Chamber of Commerce. You've got things like meetups. You've got the BNI network groups. You've got loads of various network groups. You've got women-only network groups. You know, some of them can be brilliant. Some of them can be brilliant and not suitable to you. And some of them are not so good. No matter who you are or what you do. So do your research, have a look at it. That could be really important because when you go networking, it's not a chit chat. Yes, it is. You're getting to know people, definitely. And I don't want to spoil the last tip, but you're there for a reason and you're there for a goal. And that goal is to generate more referrals, more potential business into your pipeline. So yeah, so my top tip number 1 is choose your event wisely for what you do. Now, top tip number 2 is have your pitch ready. Now, what do I mean by a pitch? So let's say someone comes to me and says, "Oh, what do you do?" And I say, "Oh, I do referrals." Great. Okay. So the next question would be, what do you do? And then I have to explain the whole product. Now, what I would normally say is we help business owners and small businesses generate highly profitable sales and clients on autopilot pretty much for free. Can you see the difference? What do you do? I do referrals. Boring. Okay. What I've done on the second part is we help business owners and sales groups, whatever it is, whichever group I'm in. Again, this is the research bit on tip 1. Generate highly profitable new business and clients on autopilot pretty much for free. Now, if you are in business and you would like more sales, that's far more likely to appeal than if you were same thing, but I just say, "Oh, I do referrals." You're getting across what the need is, the challenge is in a business, full stop, and then how you give them a solution. So, for example, a really easy formula is to generate, if you haven't got one, a very, very easy way of doing this is to come up with one sentence. So, how you have to, or you know how hard it can be, sorry. So, for example, you know how hard it can be, and if you were in something like knitting or crochet, okay, make something less businessy. You know how hard it can be to tie off at the end of knitting. I don't know anything about knitting or crochet, but for example, to tie off when you've got your different colours all intertwined. Great. So now the pitch bit is we help. So the next one, I'm going to reread it. We help people who can't tie off properly in crochet develop a system guaranteed to work and keep your whole tapestry working, or your whole whatever you're knitting working. That's a really poor example, but the formula is important. It's really, really easy. So do this for yourself. You know how hard it can be, what you do, and then fill in the blanks afterwards. We help people, or we help you, or we help people like you, whatever it is, the solution. So it's the solution. So what you do is when you network, you know how hard it can be to generate new business, sometimes to get targeted, great, high-value new clients. We help people who need new business like that generate new sales, high-quality sales, new high-quality, to introduce them to new high-quality clients, pretty much on autopilot for free. Can you see how it leads in? So you're giving them what the main problem is for your target audience. That's the step one. So that's the first part I was talking about. And you're tailoring your pitch to those people. So that alone, that one tip alone is massively powerful. What I'd recommend you do on that is actually write it down, play it back, speak it back, record it and listen back and say it out loud. So it's really ingrained. So when people ask you, it's instant and they get it. And that alone will convert your networking potential by hundreds of %, if not more, because people get it straight away. All right, so step three is build relationships. I say this constantly with referrals. Referrals are different to, in fact, even in sales. Sales are about relationships, but referrals are far more so. You're building relationships. You're building relationships. You're not selling. Do you remember I said at the beginning of this live stream that a lot of people come, I dislike networking for years because people come and sell me. Push. I felt like I was being beaten up. It was horrible. I felt worthless and stupid and it was horrible. People coming up, am I interested in you? No, you can't give me what I want. Give me what I want, i.e., so I'm going to go elsewhere, looking around the room, completely disinterested in me as a person. Wrong. Bad. And the reason it's wrong is manyfold, but I'll just give you 2 reasons. Number 1 is that's not building a relationship. You've got no chance of me buying from you if you're not interested in me as a person. Now, the best way to be interested in a person is to be interested in what they do and what you can bring to the table. And I say this in aspects of the referral challenge and the advanced stuff definitely, it's about reciprocity. You give first, you create that potential, especially when asking for a referral, you create the potential by giving first in an authentic manner which adds value. That way people feel like they want to help you naturally. So that's one main reason. And the other big reason, which I found many times, is you never know who you're speaking with. So each person, it's reckoned, has between 220 and 275 contacts at least that they know. So if you build a relationship with people with everybody, but obviously you try and target the people that can make a difference, but never assume you know who these people know. A really quick example is I can remember working in a different business that we had. It was all referral, pretty much all referrals that we got our business from. and we were working for a specific, very, very affluent Middle Eastern royal family. Just think Middle Eastern or Far Eastern, yeah. It was, that's Qatar, it doesn't matter anyway, he's not there now anyway, but yeah, the Qatar royal family. And the housekeeper, when I was on site having a look at everything that we'd done and all the stuff we had to do, it's a massive, massive, massive project, biggest house, the most expensive district in London. And he asked me a small favour, if I could do something. And I knew it was going to take me half an hour to an hour. I was reasonably busy. It was a big project, and I thought, you know, I'm naturally like it, that's why I speak about kindness in business anyway. I thought, yeah, I'll do it, okay, I'll do it. So I went into this, whatever it was myself, and afterwards I was extremely grateful. I didn't think anything of it. I did it because it was about giving first with people. Kindness in business is important, especially with referrals, really important. Anyway, the long and short of the story was that he after said, no, I'll make sure that your name gets about. So thanks very much. Didn't think anything of it. This guy was a housekeeper, and he was just brand new as well. He said, I know a lot of people. So thank you very much. Anyway, we made, and this was 25 years ago, we made off first time round when he gave us a referral, we profited in a short space of time it was 25,000 in the first week, which UK money, which is those days was approximately $75,000 in a week, and then we had loads more business specifically from this person that was nobody. One of those people that networkers would ignore. I'm not saying don't target people that you know can make a difference, but build the relationship. And build the relationship authentically. Think about what you can give and not what you can get. Think about what you can give and not what you can get, and I promise you, your referral success will increase massively. So, yeah, again, to reaffirm what the 3 tips were: choose your event wisely. Tip 2 is have your pitch honed and ready. And tip 3 is referrals are always about relationships first. Give before you can get. So next time you're at a networking event, try these things differently. Try and speak to different people. And I think you'll see a big difference, especially if you go consistently. You'll be known as someone that's actually not boring and not trying to spam the hell out of us for trying to get something out of things. You'll find that you'll actually be referred a lot more. You're just going to be a little bit patient, but it's massively more impactful. So thank you very much for listening. My name's Steve Cole of Incredible Referrals and the 30 Day Referrals Challenge. We've got the 30 Day Referrals Challenge still signing up. It's still open. So if you've had value from this live feed, please like and share it, and if you think anybody can get benefit from it, please definitely invite them along. We'd love to have them on board. Great to have you on board too, and please let me know if there's anything I can help with in this group, and I'll try and do something around a live feed to help out. Take care all, big love, and have a great day. Steve.